Okudzato Ablakwa, finally your own classmate has disgraced you, and he did it on live television. These words are coming from Oya Poladomochiria. We'll no expose Imguasisama Yehun wo TV do last night. Yaba abosho video no. Ne we are ya chirim na yehuni nyinara.
These are two gentlemen. Ablakwa was struggling on the show last night. I'll show you the video. But these are two gentlemen seated. On the right is the journalist asking the questions. On the left is the powerful politician, Okudzato Ablakwa, the foreign minister. But here's the catch. These two gentlemen are mates from Presec. They were sat in the same class. They are mates. So when Bernard Avila is interviewing Okudzato Ablakwa, he has no qualms, he has no fears, he has no embarrassment, he has no hesitations. And in that spirit, Ghana will get its due out of the minister. In that spirit, the minister is careful to answer the questions in a certain way because they belong to the same social class. They belong to the same academic background. They came from the same school. The difference, and that is why we are struggling, we have a problem in democracy if this one has to remunerate this one. Then we have a problem. It's okay for us to have them on the same level. That's an improvement. We didn't used to have that in the past. Now we are getting quite a bit of that. So it's improvement. The next level of improvement is that this one should not be able to remunerate this one. This one should earn as much as this one. That's where it settles it. And that's why you find in the advanced democracies, they protect journalism. They don't allow all of us to become journalists. They protect it. So you will see that it's okay to be a journalist and become a politician in England. That's fine. Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister, he was editor of the Daily Mail. But all the time he edited the Daily Mail, he was a conservative. He's been a conservative forever. I don't like to use myself as an example. Like me, I've been right-wing forever. So you shouldn't be surprised if you find me in a right-wing government tomorrow. It's okay because I've been right-wing, defending right-wing policy for a long time. There are journalists who are left-wing. But whilst at journalism, that journalist should be equally matched with the politician. It is only then that the nation will survive. When equally matching a politician with academic qualification, equally matched with a politician with information, equally matched with a politician with social connections, social standing, social status, they should be equally matched. If they are equally matched, then the country will be saved. If they are equally matched, democracy will be tested. If they are equally matched, the politician will be questioned and will be interrogated in the interest of the nation and the growth of democracy. This is what we have been lacking for a long time. Now we are getting to the level. But we need to find a way in which journalists are so well paid that when the two of them leave Presec, the best one is going to media because that's where they are getting well paid. We should be taking people from school and paying them the way GMPC pays them. We should be taking people from school and paying them the way Bank of Ghana pays them. Because the media is more important than GMPC for the sustenance of democracy. The quality you have in the media is more important than Bank of Ghana for the sustenance of democracy. Many years ago, I'll tell this story very quickly and I end. Many years ago, we were looking for sponsors for Good Evening Ghana. So we went into a bank, a state bank, I'll mention the name. And the bank said to us that they don't like politics. They are not interested in politics. It's politics and politics. So I was with my boss and I told them that if you are not interested in politics and you don't let us streamline the politics and give the people a voice and let the people feel that the politicians are doing the right thing, you will become like Liberia. You will carry your mattresses and you'll be walking on the streets. You are a bank manager, but you carry your mattress and walk on the streets when the civil war breaks out. And then they said to me that, but if the civil war breaks out, you are inside. And I said, I will not be inside. They said, why? I said, oh, me, I will be spokesperson for the rebels. In those days, the Liberia Civil War had just finished. And they all laughed. And I said, yes, I will grant the BBC interview for the rebels. And I'll say that I represent NPLA. And I'll say that they are fighting for democracy. And the president had violated article this and article that of the constitution. And he had postponed elections indefinitely. The rebels will rely on me to say that for them. But you, bank manager, you will carry your mattress and you will be walking on the road. So invest in the media. When the media is solid, powerful, and sustained like America. This afternoon, I was watching a press conference of Donald Trump and Keir Starmer, the British Prime Minister. Oh my goodness, I just loved it. You could tell that the media in the room and Donald Trump and Customer were equal. They're all Oxford, Cambridge, Harvard. They earn a lot of money. And so they were asking bold questions of Donald Trump. The Sky News lady said, Mr. Trump, you said the other day that you were disappointed about Vladimir Putin. Do you now regret doing the things that you do? I was watching. I said, when will Ghana get to this level? Until we get there, the democracy still has a long way to go. So when I saw this interview yesterday, I said, we are getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. These are equally mad. They were mates. I don't know who was chopping first and who was chopping second. But if you ask me, let me look at their heads and see. I don't know. But these are people who were in the same secondary school, sat in the same class. One becomes a journalist, one becomes a foreign minister, politician. And he's asking him questions. And he knew him when he was 17 years old. And they were in the same class. So a black guy is not going to, look down on Bernard. No way, you can't. You can't. Because we're in Presec together. And then they moved to Legon together. They were in the university together. They were in the scripture union together. It is important that the society invest in media so that we can attract the best of the best. As for some of us, we are old, 50 years old, we are old. After writing 2 or 3 more books, I'm gone. I may end up in parliament, or I'll end up around the cabinet table somewhere when my right-wing people are in power. But the media has to be sustained, and we're all going to spend a lot of time to do that. After a few, 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 years, I'm gone into another field, politics or something like that. But the media must be sustained. I'm going to write a few more books, and then that's it. Because already my teenage children are putting pressure on me that I should stop the media. They are not giving me a new job to do, but they say I should stop the media. I'm not sure why. But that is something that I have been thinking about for many, many years since I engaged with British media. And I noticed that this is what is missing. The resourcefulness of the individual, the intellectual resourcefulness, and also the wherewithal resourcefulness of the journalist, the lead spokesperson for the people in a democracy must be super resourced. It's in America. If you go and check the salaries of the people who work on CNN and the Syncopa, they are all earning million something a year, $6 million a year, $10 million a year. Now, if a journalist on CNN earns $10 million a year, what is Donald Trump going to take of him? What does he talk to? What does he need politician for? But if the politician has to finish the interview and say that, boys, Bernard, how many are your people? This one is for you. And then, how many are your? No. When I did an attachment at the BBC. They don't even sit in the politician's car to go to the assignment. Sky News has a helicopter of their own. Imagine Metro TV have a helicopter. President Mahama is going to Mesha Palace. We take off with him. He should be in his plane. We are in our plane. We go. So when we film it, he has no rights to come and ask us, why did you film this? What did you film this? UK was bidding for the World Cup. BBC put up a panorama documentary that was going to be critical of FIFA. The British authorities were saying that BBC is going to destroy the UK's chances of winning the bid. BBC said, to hell with all of you. We have done our story and we are going after it. And that was what was the beginning of unraveling the corruption in FIFA that eventually led to Sepp Blatter and co leaving. We need that kind of journalism in Africa. We need that kind of journalism in the developing world. It is only then that we can ask the questions of the politicians. And that way, our democracy will be safe.